Hi, I'm Rick Dior, and you just heard solo number 5 from the Mitchell Peters book, Advanced Studies for Snare Drum. This is a really fun solo. It's extremely fast. There I was playing it at the tempo of quarter note equals 176. He has the stated tempo anywhere from 168 to 176. Now the opening, which is pianissimo, 2 Ps, is extremely soft. So I recommend that you start out with your sticks on the head or the rim. You could put a piece of moleskin there if you want. When I used to do auditions, that's what I did. And just rest your sticks on the head or the rim and relax your hands. And then move to the head if you're not there already. And then start. Okay? So that will give you time to just relieve any tension or nervousness if you're doing an audition that might be in your arms or wrists. And then you proceed to play the solo. Now you can do this as doubles. I'll show you how that would be done. 1, 2, 3. That's okay. You can do that. It just doesn't sound as good as the singles. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I really like that sticking better. Excuse me. Now, the only place in the solo that you don't do singles would be line 5. So if you're doing it this fast at 176, that's a little fast for playing singles at a soft dynamic. So 1. So there I do a 7-stroke roll, which is the same thing. 1. And that tempo, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So there you heard lines 5, 6, and 7. Now, when you play a little louder, mezzo forte on line 7, you can do those as singles. But at that point, you've already played the doubles, so you might as well be consistent in your sound. Now, if any of you can play your singles that fast, and especially consistently, that's the magic word. Because you don't want to get to a concert or an audition and screw it up. Okay, so that's why I use these particular stickings. Just, they're kind of audition stickings in a way. Then we have a lot of these crescendo, hairpin crescendos and decrescendos. The danger with those is that it gets uneven. That's very, very common. It's hard not to do that. So the top of page 2, measure 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So you see there that I'm tightening up on my wrist and using pretty much all wrist for those. And that's what I would suggest you do as well. Gives you more control. If you're playing consecutive 16ths, then you can let the sticks bounce a little more, okay? So we have this 4/3 rhythm that happens twice, and the first time is completely written out for you rhythmically. So that would be line 2, measure 4, and that sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So that's 4/3, 4 notes in the space of 3. Then on the second page, line 3, he actually writes out the polyrhythm, which is exactly the same thing. You don't need to do any kind of different phrasing there. It's exactly the same. So don't let that throw you off. Roll-wise, I'm doing a lot of left to right rolls. We've already talked about all these in all the other solos that I've already done. But at this tempo on line 7, third bar, those are definitely left to right. 1, 2, 3. On the shorter roll. Excuse me, got a little cold happening here. Then also on line 7, of the second page, you have that triplet figure. 1, 2, 3. Now, one thing I'm doing there that's a little bit odd, maybe, is on the third bar, the last triplet, I'm sticking that right, left, left, so I can end up on my right, because my half note rolls are going to be as triplets. Eighth note triplets, like this. So on my longer rolls, as you remember from the previous etudes that I've done, so hopefully you've watched those, is that I am doing a slower pulse. On the shorter rolls, a quicker pulse, all right? Because they happen so fast and you want to make sure they're smooth. Let me see if I wrote anything else down here. Oh yeah, and one more time, I almost forgot this on the last video, if you remember, the marcato accents. There's a few of these, line 3, and line 2 and 3 in the first page. Remember, those marcato accents are strong. And on line 2 of the second page, you see a sforzando there. That's the loudest thing in the whole piece there, except for the last bar of the piece, and you see the same thing. That's a sudden attack. So the loudest thing pretty much in the whole piece are those two hits right there. So I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time with solo number 6. Thanks.